So Kawhi Leonard had 40 points yesterday for the LA Clippers, and they still suck. They still suck. It doesn't really matter who plays well, who doesn't play well for the Clippers. They have a disabled player exception now on Bradley Beal. You're still not going to get anybody. They're terrible. They're terrible. And not only that, the Thunder have their pick. And if you guys agree with this, subscribe. We're trying to hit 12.6 thousand subscribers by the end of the month. We were going for 13K. We're not going to do it. 12.6K by the end of the month would be absolutely insane. But we have to be honest here when it comes to it, that the LA Clippers might be like Brooklyn Nets in the 2000s fucked. Like, if you guys don't, or 2010s, if you guys don't remember Brooklyn Nets in the 2010s, they were a second round out in 2014. So they were a first round out against Chicago Bulls in 2013. They then traded for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. They gave up their 2015. I don't know if they gave 2014, but they definitely gave up 2015, 2016, and 2017 and 2018 picks. So they gave up those 4 first rounds. And a lot of people at the time thought it was a really good trade. A lot of people at the time thought these are a bunch of late first round picks for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, who were both all-stars that season. And nobody thought they were going to have the drastic fall off they did. And that Paul Pierce is going to leave after a year. And that Darren Williams is going to forget how to play basketball and all of that. But what ended up happening is that they were one of the worst teams in the NBA and they don't have their picks. Everyone talks about the Clippers and not having their control of their pick this year. The Clippers don't have control of their pick next year either. Clippers picks list. Like, the LA Clippers legitimately don't have their pick this year. The OKC have their pick right in 2027, and they don't have their picks in 2028. Philadelphia have their 2028 first round pick. Philadelphia hold the rights to swap their pick in 2029. Who do they get? Clippers 2028 pick trade. Who do they give up for 2028 pick? So I don't even know what the trade was. Was it the Harden trade? Was it? It was to get Harden. Yeah, so they had to give up those picks to get Harden. And in fairness, Harden's been good. But this is a team that they just lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. And by the way, Zach Edey had 20 rebounds. Or 9. Oh, I thought it was listed at 20. They let a Zach Edey Grizzlies team cook them. Is Jazz not even there, is he? Jazz not even there. They have Vince Williams Jr. starting point guard. They lost to a Ja Morantless Grizzlies. Who's Vince Williams Jr.? Cam Spencer played 25 minutes. Cam Spencer. And they lost. Harden struggled. 23 points, but quiet 40 and they still lost. Because they gave up 24 to Triple J. In fairness, the Grizzlies outplayed them. But the Clippers have no future. The Clippers are one of the worst teams in the entire NBA. And not only that, they have no pick this year. They have no pick. They don't control their pick next year. They have no pick the year after. And they don't control their pick the year after that. They do not control their pick until 2030. While being one of the worst and oldest teams in the NBA. They are the 2010s Brooklyn Nets. They traded their future. They traded everything for a second round, to make a second round a couple of years, for a multiple time first round exit, and once they made the conference finals. They traded everything for 3 playoff series wins over the course of, let's be real, they're not going to make the playoffs again until after this is all stopped. Probably 2031. They might have traded 12 their entire future for. And once you start getting those picks back, it realistically takes how many years? 5, 6 years to make anything of it. Like they're not the Lakers. They're not the brand where they're going to get free agents. The Clippers are fucked. Like, they're actually fucked. Like, they might hand the Philadelphia 76ers, they might go and hand the Thunder and the Sixers top 4 to 5 picks back to back years, which is madness. Which is madness, I tell you. Madness. Is there a protection on these picks? So OKC has the right to swap 2027 first round pick, or if conveyed to OKC, Denver's 2027 first round pick protected for selections 1 through 5 for the LA first round pick. Like, it's madness. It's madness. And at least it's protected 1 through 3 for the Sixers pick swaps. And there's no protection on 2028. For them to, until they get a protection, is 2029. They don't even have a protection on control of their pick until 2029. By then, Kawhi and Harden will be retired. You've got no young players. I was about to say Norman Powell, but Norman Powell's not a young player. You don't have any young players. You don't have anything. Like, you literally don't have anything. And you've got a Kawhi Leonard who is going to play, who's good for 40 games a year at this stage. Your roster is terrible. You have Ty Lue, who's a good coach. But I'm sorry, you've got Brad Beal, who's done. You've got Harden, who's got maybe a year left in him. A year of good basketball left in him. A 40-year-old Chris Paul. Your players under the age of 30. You have 28-year-old John Collins. Okay, John Collins can play. Under 30, Kobe Brown, Jordan Miller, John Collins, who's not bad. Jameel Telford. You've got Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Cam Christie, Derek Jones Jr., Kobe Sanders. So by the time this team is going to be good, under 30, like, you've got nothing. You've got nothing. You don't have a pick this year. And at least if the Sixers suck, the pick, you might be able to get a top 10 pick in 2028. But like the Sixers, if you suck, the Sixers can just try to be good. The Sixers don't have to suck. But yeah, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. And I'm going to be honest here. If you are a Clippers fan, which my old housemate was, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. Whatever about the Paul George trade, in hindsight, you make that trade 100 times out of 100. But that is what happens when you make a deal with the devil and you get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And not only that, there's still a world where Kawhi Leonard and the aspiration thing means you lose Kawhi Leonard as well. You could have the worst team in the NBA and give your pick to the best team in the NBA. Over the next, if you're probably the worst team in the NBA future-wise. The only thing is that there's no reason to try to lose. So I don't know if you're going to go out there and get a top 2 or 3 pick because there are teams trying to lose when you're trying to win. But if anyone can do it, it's an old team that's not very good, a bit like the Brooklyn Nets back in the day. And especially just like the Nets, you are not the biggest team in your city, so you can't attract free agents. So anyway, yeah, that's the video. See you guys.